The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Koroba Kopiago introduces youth rehab program. Kopiam opens PNG satellite campus, and Raka departs Philippines for Vietnam. Prime Minister James Marape has expressed support for the newly formed independent commission against corruption, heralding it as a significant milestone in the fight against corruption. The commission gained momentum with the recent arrival of 3 highly qualified and experienced ICAC commissioners, recognizing the devastating impact of rampant corruption on the nation's progress. Marape has been an unwavering advocate for the establishment of ICAC since assuming office in May 2019. The PM issued a stern warning to political and public service leaders, emphasizing that ICAC's arrival places them under intense scrutiny. ICAC will relentlessly combat corruption, and he advised against soliciting or accepting bribes, urging everyone to earn an honest day's pay. Change must come from within if one needs to change completely. These are the remarks from Dr. Phili Mapira, who runs an NGO in Koroba, Kopiago, in an effort to rehabilitate the youth in the district.
Dr. Phili Mapira has been conducting awareness on drugs and other issues affecting Koroba Kopiago district in Ella for the past couple of years. She said the government can address law and order through various means, but cannot change people's attitudes and need God's intervention. She said churches play a critical part in changing the attitude of a person. However, churches need support from the government to step in and help rehabilitate the youths.
The government, as he expressed and has been expressing over time, would have spent thousands of money, sending defense force, police personnel, trying all kinds of law and order strategies to come and to change those. But attitude is one thing you cannot change through law and order. Attitude is one thing you cannot change by educating them through other other strategies as well. But church was the place where they would change inside out. And God's word targeted those attitudes as well. So that was a strategy. God helped us. So through the Papua New Guinea Bible churches, we used youth from our church from Port Moresby, and the university students at the time, they came and they partnered with us. We went and we started outreaching in Hela in 2017 to current. Every Christmas we usually go home. And so more than 1,000 to 2,000 youths have been converted through the programs.
Dr. Phili said the initiative taken by Koroba Kopiago MP William Bando to help youths through rehabilitation programs with the churches is a way forward for the district and the province. She said partnering with churches is a good strategy that will not go wrong.
I would like to thank him for the strategic stand that he has taken. This is the way forward for Ella province. We can send as many for defense training, for police training, but if they are not changed, you come back a crook defense, you come back a crook teacher, you come back and a crook politician. But starting with pastors, these are the fabrics of the society.
Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Koroba Kopiago district in Hela province will never be the same again after the completion of the rehabilitation of youths through a church-run program. Local MP William Bando presented a check of 92,000 kina today to the Christian Brethren Church of PNG as school fees for 92 youths from the district to take up pastoral courses. Prior to that, the youth have gone through the 6 months rehabilitation program headed by Dr. Phili Mapira.
Known as the land of the warlords, Koroba Kopiago is undergoing a massive change. The Koroba Kopiago District Development Authority Chairman William Bando presented a check of 92,000 kina today for school fees for youths to take up pastoral courses. Speaking at the event this morning, Mr. Bando stressed the importance of raising future leaders of the district and creating avenues to change their attitude. Bando admitted that the electorate has been torn apart by lawlessness. Such program brings hope of change.
All the problems are caused by people in the age, young men in the age of 20 and 30, 30, 20, 30, 35. So that's our target. So we reach out to them, we talk to them, why are they doing what they do? So that's really the program we're running, and then guide them to becoming good men and women through the church program. So that's the program. And then we go even to the extent of ensuring that they get married in the church.
Mr. Bando also mentioned that the program covered the polygamous lifestyle in the district and discouraged the youth from following that.
A lot of our problems at home are because of irresponsible marriages, irresponsible polygamy, and responsible polygamy. If you choose to be a polygamist, you must be a responsible polygamist. If you become irresponsible, getting young women, paying the bride price, and leaving the kids to fend for themselves with their mother in the villages, that's the whole root cause of our problem in our province. That's the thing that we need to outlaw. Through this program, we will make sure young men and women get married in the church. Heaven will witness, the people on the ground will witness that this is a couple, there's a family, and the district will partner in those marriage programs as well.
Dr. Pili has been conducting the youth rehabilitation program for more than 12 months with the support of partners and churches. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
Meantime, MP for Koroba Kopiago William Bando is calling on all church pastors and elders to have a dialogue with the youth and discuss how to address law and order issues in the district.
So my challenge to the pastors and those leaders of those churches, the district is ready to partner with you. Let's reach out to these young people, young men, that's causing all the problem in our electorate. Reach out to them, sit down with them, eat with them, talk with them. We can't continue to preach in the church and expect different results. As leaders of church, you need to get out there and understand these individuals, why they do what they do all the time. So last week I was in the electorate at the church opening. I appealed to the pastors there. You keep preaching and preaching in the church. If you don't see results, we need to reach out to them. Reach out to see these youth. These are known. These people are going around terrorizing innocent women, innocent young girls. We need to reach out to them and talk to them.
The Manu Manu United Church in Kirikoyari District received 20,000 kina to support the hosting of the 32nd Annual Church Council for the West Red Scar Circuit. The financial assistance is from the Office of Central Province Governor Rufina Pita, who presented the check on Tuesday, July the 11th, 2023. This funding comes after an inaugural grant of 4 million kina presented to the district's MP Keith Iduhu earlier this week. This is TVWAN News. Stay tuned for more after the break.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy paid units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Hot and talk, young or old, let's calories, family meal with home. We'll bring out the smiles, cause it's our favorite of mine. Tennessee cola, scare rice, long scare price. Tennessee cola, scare rice, long scare price. Amber, you like it?
Papua New Guinea. We love a reason for a family gathering. A reason to play. A reason to ignite the flame. A reason to cook the best with the best. Flame Oil, now PNG made for PNG cooking. Flame Oil, winning taste.
Hiya, Mama.
You wait time, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic kakaru, get up a big smile on face. Time for kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the moo, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste PNG loves.
The Toyota JD Hi-Ace bus comes in 14 and 15-seater high-roof luxury model powered by 2.8 liters JD engine for optimal performance output, fuel efficiency and quietness, designed with improved safety features and easy maneuverability for tire steering angle. The Hi-Ace lift suspension and annular frame structure is opted for smooth ride, comfort and safety. Experience the ride on the Hi-Ace bus and experience the Hi-Ace pride, the bus that exceeds all expectations.
Aliens are taking over the globe. We gotta go save our dads.
Oh, how I've missed you, Holmes.
Sink into this work.
Wait.
I'm the first of my kind. That won't be the last.
Welcome back. The New Ireland Provincial Implementation Committee and Provincial Executive Council convened its July sitting on Tuesday, July the 11th, 2023. Among other key aspects of community development that was discussed, the New Ireland Housing Provincial Policy was introduced. Under this policy, an incentive of 2,000 kina will be awarded to New Islanders building a house worth more than 6,000 kina. The government is doing away with the roof over the head policy, introduced and implemented since 2011 due to misuse, and is now letting the people take ownership of their own well-being. 6 people in each of the 142 wards in the province will be identified and awarded with this incentive every year. Under this policy, the government is investing almost 1.7 million kina to the people. Metropolitan Superintendent Chief Inspector Silva Sika and Badili Station Commander Obert Jerry will be concentrating on the presence of police in the Koki area of Mosby South. Both affirmed that they will make sure safety prevails for the Koki residents. Police presence in crime hotspots will be amped up, including the Koki area of Mosby South, thanks to the new Koki police station in maximizing safety. Badili Station Commander Obath Jerry has given assurance to this.
Since he was son of the son became the Badili Police Station, police station commander, and he was a big agency for the solar body. And we were 54. What will I do? Koki, Tuma, Tala, Kagare, Sababa. He every can, he only wanted.
He acknowledged member for Mosby South, Justin Kuchenko, Governor for NCD Powers Pakop, Internal Security Minister Peter Siamalili Jr., and Metropolitan Superintendent Chief Inspector Silva Sika for considering providing new vehicles for NCD Police, in which Koki Police Station would benefit from also.
There is no need for you to go on town police or anywhere. It's just at the doorstep here. Right, that is why I a big thank you from member where I'm continuously showing leadership here. We appeal to the where Quantum Police, everybody we have our own Koki community base of police all day established here. How many we need to change? And it's got to change in here. It must be so. And it's going to be Koki. I will position my policemen, the mobile squad, everybody will concentrate in here. Maximizing presence of police for here with this infrastructure and stuff for here.
He warned opportunists and gangs that their days are numbered and the continuation of threat to the community will come with consequences. Governor Pakop also announced the redrafting of the Vagrancy Act, which will be reviewed by relevant ministers and the Prime Minister before it is presented in Parliament. Minister for Internal Security Peter Siamalili Jr. stressed on the police officers' rationing with the increased population in Papua New Guinea. He encouraged youths in Koki to change their behavior.
Costing money, not behind him law, but then it's costing big money straight. And you yet you broke him law or you go against him this order. Today inside of Papua New Guinea, police now population blow you know one kind. Policeman blow you long world only talk say one plus policeman scale long M 400 plus 50 plus citizen. But population blow you big plus straight. Now one plus policeman look at him almost 1,000 plus man. Because police personnel blow you country and being limited to. But you need Yumi or community long just to walk one time to solve. Because Yumi Ogata been liking independence.
Health Minister Dr. Lino Tom has opened a new 3 million Kina University of Papua New Guinea satellite campus in Kompiam, Enga province, which will train rural doctors. The Rural Clinical School, funded by the Australian government and charity organisation Old Dart Foundation, has lecture rooms, a ward and student accommodation. 7 medical students have begun 5 months of training under the supervision of veteran Dr. David Mills.
Kompiam Ambum in Enga province is 15 minutes from Mount Hagen in Western Highlands. It is a world of its own in many ways. While the district is linked by road, many of its people still live in isolated communities spread out over vast mountainous areas. The district saw a considerable amount of violence during the 2022 general elections, but there are pockets of positivity. At the Kompiam Hospital, Health Minister Dr. Lino Tom opened a new facility funded by the Australian government. This is the new satellite campus for the UPNG Medical School. This is where students are being trained in rural medicine. Quinsley David, one of 7 medical students, says the facility serves as an important purpose for Papua New Guinea.
So it is very important because in PNG we know that majority of our population are located in the rural areas. That's why when we are trained in a location like this, we will be able to, because we are at the problem, we will be able to see the problem and we will be able to come up with new ideas to fix the problem. That's why we are very happy to be here in Kompiam for the next 5 months.
So far, the students have been on rural patrols, traversing difficult terrain and reaching into places that have no road access. They've also helped to build bridges and other community infrastructure. It's all part of making them better skilled at working in rural PNG. The school is based in one of the best managed church-run facilities. Kompiam Hospital is owned by the Baptist Church. Its buildings are powered by solar, and in the last few months, they've begun using a new biometric hospital record system designed specifically for PNG situations. Dr. David Mills, who has spent a large part of his working life in Kompiam, says he is quite pleased with the new system.
Look, it's hard to remember the old days almost. I mean, I do remember them, working by kerosene lantern at night time and stuff like that. So it seems like a bit of a dream, but it's not a dream. I mean, it's a lot of hard work over many, many years. And so I think that's one of the things I would say to people who are out there is just, you know, work, chip away at it. You're not going to get there tomorrow, but if you work hard over many, many years, slowly, you're going to make an improvement. So there are a lot of things about this hospital that I think are transferable. Power supply, for example, you know, actually be able to get power in a remote place. If you're in telephonement, that's a huge issue. So some of the things we've seen here in terms of the design of the buildings, as you'll see the power supplies, I think they're very transferable, and hopefully we can give people some good ideas to use in their district.
All this complements the efforts to improve health in the district, but the lessons learned and the system now in place are easily transferable to other hospitals. Maricela Kelleton, TVWAN News.
MRL Capital Limited intends to put in place a new secondary school program that will give the students of Lihir Island in New Ireland Province the opportunity to study from grade 10 to grade 12 at the St. Peter's Lutheran College in Brisbane, Australia. MRL Capital Limited Scholarship Program was established in 2010 under its Community Service Obligation Charter and management through the MRL Foundation. The MRL Foundation also manages and administers the implementation of community-based projects aimed to improve the delivery and access to health, education, and social services to improve opportunities for the integral human development of all Lihirans. MRLC's Chief Executive Officer Lawrence Rausim explained that the purpose of MRLC's scholarship program is to provide an avenue for Lihirans to acquire and gain relevant knowledge and expertise from recognized learning institutions and ultimately better their career prospects in whatever profession or field they are in. And now the finance news. The Kina closed unchanged at $0.2800 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our Kina was buying $0.2725 US, $0.4044 Australian dollars, €0.2398 euro, and 37.82 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, all closed higher, while coffee, cocoa, and palm oil closed the day lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. TV1 News continues with regional news when we return.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase Easy Pay units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
He loves the Maroons. He loves the Blues. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Lager, Bungim Yumi.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
From the rich soils of the highlands, the finest coffee has been grown by generations of Papua New Guineans. Expertly blended and roasted with over 80 years of experience, making the finest cup of Nescafe New Guinea blend. PNG's own coffee.
First and exclusive.
Who are you? Just a plumber? There's nowhere to hide! You're not getting the money. We in LeBron's house. You see how out of control this party is?
I am not gonna keep running. I have to face it.
Can't believe I got bit by a dolphin.
The only way to get it back is to go to the world of the living.
First and exclusive. All new on Saturdays.
Welcome back. The Australian government has called on Solomon Islands and China to immediately publish a new policing plan between the two countries, saying it is concerned the deal will invite regional contest in the Pacific. The concern from Canberra comes on the back of the Solomon Islands Prime Minister Manasseh Sogavares' visit to Beijing, where he met with Chinese President Xi Jinping to discuss the two countries' new comprehensive strategic partnership. It is the second time the two have met, with Sogavares traveling to China in 2019 after the Pacific Island nation cut ties with Taiwan and formally established relations with Beijing. The relationship between the two countries has been the cause of major tension in Canberra, and it triggered more nervousness last year after China and Solomon Islands formalized a secretive security pact. China has since established a police presence in Solomon Islands, and Monday the two countries appeared to formalize the arrangement through the signing of an implementation plan on policing, which will run until the end of 2025. Australia's construction industry is in the midst of a skills shortage, and for some people in training to fill the gaps, making ends meet is a challenge. These mature-aged apprentices say the low wages paid while learning their trade is keeping people off the tools.
Hodges' job begins well before she steps foot on a work site. The mother of three juggles her family life with training to be a plumber. The 43-year-old second-year apprentice has left her accounting career to get on the tools. But she says the combination of low wages and increasing cost of living makes it hard and is deterring people from taking up a mature age apprenticeship.
Depends what you were doing prior, I suppose, but if you're on a good wage, you wouldn't stop to be an apprentice.
Summer had an added incentive. Her boss is also her husband, and learning the trade has enhanced their family business. Ian McKenzie also employs two other older apprentices. He says reliability makes their extra cost to their business worth it.
Most of them have got some life experience, so they know how to present themselves, because we do a lot of client-based stuff.
The state's peak plumbing body says mature age apprentices can help plug the skills shortage, but they may need extra support.
I think they need to offer a great work environment with wages and great flexibility. That's really what they're looking for.
Women are underrepresented in the plumbing and wider construction industry. Of the 16,000 licensed plumbers in Queensland, less than 1% are female, plugging gaps in the workplace.
More than 1 million Australians are approaching the so-called mortgage cliff, having fixed their loans when interest rates were at records low. They're now coming off those deals.
Life has ups and downs. Like more than 1 million borrowers, Nathan Jones took advantage of low fixed rates during the pandemic, but now faces rocketing repayments when his deal ends.
For families like ours, you're very much a passenger on this mortgage journey.
While financially secure, they'll have to tighten spending and give up holidays.
Some of those things might have to disappear for a while.
More than 880,000 fixed-rate mortgages will expire this year, another 450,000 next year. The majority of new loans being written are variable, at much higher interest rates.
Oh, look, it's incredibly concerning. I don't think we talk about it enough. There's going to be a severe amount of whiplash.
Sebastian Watkins' company manages $100 billion in home loans, and almost half of the company's fixed-rate mortgages are ending this year.
It is a substantial shift. You know, you're talking about some people paying 3 or 4% more on their mortgage overnight.
Financial counsellors say there's been a surge in calls.
We've had people who are in great jobs, they've got really good incomes, and now they're struggling to just pay their mortgages and the everyday essentials.
Nick Moore's had a preview, because 80% of his loan was fixed and 20% has been subject to the rapid rise in rates.
We're lucky that we'll be able to manage it through, but I feel for the other families out there that it'll just sink them.
Households now spend 106% more on mortgage interest payments than they did a year ago. And analysts tip 1 or 2 further rate rises, taking more money out of the economy in the battle to tame inflation.
As the independent review into Sydney's tolls tries to come up with a simpler and fairer system, it's been tasked with shaking up the system for one of the world's most tolled cities. But its options are limited by long-term contracts and lock-in toll operators' profits.
Toll system is no easy road.
We're looking essentially for win-win outcomes.
The companies that cash in every time an e-tag beeps aren't keen to be losers. But even they agree the cost has become too much for some to bear.
We understand the significant challenges that Australian families are facing with cost of living pressures. We do acknowledge that for a small percentage of customers, financial hardship is very much a real issue.
To try to make the system simpler and fairer, a range of options are being considered by the independent review. One is a system where a driver pays an access charge to enter the motorway network, then a distance-based fee that could vary depending on which area of Sydney they're travelling through.
We would be very happy to explore that as a concept. It is a model that we think would work for Sydney.
Other ideas were also raised at the hearing, such as having an independent regulator like IPART set tolls in the same way it determines gas and electricity prices.
Transparent discussions rather than mysteries about how these tolls are priced, set, changed.
And wealthy drivers may want to watch out too, with means tests for toll relief also on the table.
Could mean that some very well-off people who benefit from the present scheme might lose out on it. That's quite possible.
Whatever solutions are proposed at the end of this process, there's one major stumbling block. The government's locked into decades-long contracts with the toll road operators, and it's never revealed how much it would have to compensate them for changes that hit their bottom lines.
And now the weather forecast for the next 24 hours. And that ends the news segment. We'll have Tracy with sports next in the bulletin. Stay with us.
It's in the highs and in the lows. It's in the big things and the small things too. It's hard to put into words, but you'll know it when you see it. Terrain tamer, when quality counts.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Money Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
Chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. With Money Plus, we're ready to go.
Mipla halivim wari belong you.
Without a doubt, you care for your loved ones. You want to keep them safe, whoever they may be with, wherever they may be, in the home or facing the world outside. Don't let anything stop you, not even bacteria. Protex helps protect your skin with natural extracts. Boosted with flaxseed oil, Protex helps eliminate 99.9% of bacteria for healthy skin. And with the power of natural goodness, you're ready to play every day. Protex, for the good health of your skin.
Change your TV plan to a postpaid plan and save more than 100 kina. Get a 30-day 40-channel plan for only 85 kina and get a free DTV plan to watch rugby league,
blink and you miss it,
or Filipino dramas from anywhere you want. Good idea. How awesome is that?
what a moment.
Dial 1515 to speak to a TV agent and get yourself a postpaid TV plan today. Digicel TV. More channels, more choice, more value.
Through the Community Grants Program, civil society organizations can apply for grants of up to 50,000 kina, which are focused on delivering development projects in line with our funding priorities. Applications are now open. Applications close in September 2023 at 5 p.m. For more information, visit foundation.digicelpacific.com.
It's the man who took the ring. The only way to get it back is to go to the world of the living.
Great! What an adventure! It's beautiful.
Mummies premieres Saturday, July 22nd, 9 p.m. on HBO.
Welcome back. A moving funeral service to farewell PNG athletics coach and administrator, the late Samu Sedi Sesama, was held at the Tarama Aquatic Center on Tuesday. Athletics PNG board, athletics, coaches and representatives for other sporting organizations and friends joined the family to pay their last respect to a mentor, role model and father figure who dedicated nearly 40 years of his life to sport, mainly athletics. He was based at the National Sports Institute in Goroka. He dedicated 4 decades of his life, his time and his effort in sports development and on and off the field of play until his passing. The late Samu was the manager of sports excellence, a position based at the NSI. Samu's colorful coaching career in athletics involved coaching former sprint champion Takele Tuna, who won gold in the 200-meter and as part of the 4-day by 400 winning relay team in 1991 games. Tuna paid a special tribute to his mentor at the funeral. PNG professional boxer Junior Raka is in the Philippines already. He departed PNG shores last weekend ahead of his fight against Xia Tao Su of China on July 15th.
In the past 4 days in the Philippines, Junior Raka did training with Gabriel Elode at the Saint Rita Elode boxing gym. Raka said he feels good about the training. Before he departed for Vietnam, he thanked Elode for using his training facilities for free of charge. He also thanked the various coaches who provided training tips. Raka extended his gratitude to Gabriel's sister Kukui Elode, who accommodated PNG team over the past 4 days. Raka also reunited with Nick Halibad, former PNG boxer's promoter. When Raka was an amateur boxer, he trained under the guidance of Nick. Raka said after his fight in Vietnam, the team will return to the Philippines, spend a week with Nick to discuss future fight prospects before returning to PNG. This bout is Raka's second international fight and he is anticipating a good fight. His first fight was against a Filipino boxer, Mark John Yap. Rex Lita, TV1 Sports.
SP PNG Hunters Rocky Fullback winner Matthew Jesse has had a challenging 4 months on the sideline due to multiple niggling injuries. However, he remains positive of a call-up through with only 4 rounds of the 2023 Ausplas Cup season left before the finals. Since making his debut last year, Jesse has played a handful of games at fullback and wing position with his AFL background.
23-year-old Matthew Jesse of East New Britain and Morobe was brought up in Mount Hagen, Western Highlands Province, where he started his football career. After a stellar season with Jiwaka franchise Wagi Tumbe and making his grand final debut in 2021, Jesse got called up to the Hunters training squad, a dream come true for young Jesse to have made the final cut. Growing up in Mount Hagen, where AFL is also popular, Jesse was fascinated with Aussie rules. He played both AFL and rugby league with great passion, and he excelled. At 16 years of age, Jesse made the PNG Under-16 AFL squad to tour Australia for the South Pacific Nations Under-16 Championships in Queensland. Later, he returned to rugby league, where he made the PNG Junior Kumuls in 2016 and 2017 through the school's pathway systems.
Career started back in again, play AFL again, and me return start now me switch code come to rugby. Yeah, through the pathway the school boys play card now become a.
Jesse said playing AFL contributed to his development and progress in his skills in catching, passing and kicking, even running game as well.
Represent the PNG law, South Pacific Nations, down law, state championship down below Queensland. Yeah, 2016. Juniors Law Rugby League, 2016 and 17. Junior Kumuls,
Jesse said making the Hunters again this year was not a fluke, rather it was earned on merit. However, a hamstring injury during training has kept him on the sideline for some time. It is frustrating at times, but Jesse remains optimistic.
Helping a lot. The season career will become big helping straight. Starting playing AFL car and then switch code is like making more easier. Kicking and passing, of course, running too. All skills component to make it easier. Yeah, the thing keeping me motivated more. So I'm still sideline. Watch extra efforts like boys also put the efforts after efforts. That's one thing that's keeping me going. Like how much boys to make it. I also play. Yeah.
So Jesse said while playing rugby league, he aspires to be a lawyer one day. That is his lifetime goal.
To school. See, we ready to finish, but then due to some the ups and downs now, the personal life, we just really not stars. Because the next year now, I want to be a lawyer, so yeah, look forward to going to school.
Salome Vincent, TV1 Sports.
Now in regional sports, Haiti Solomon Islands Athletics are undergoing intensive training in China. They departed the country last week. The athletics will spend 90 days intensive training in China to prepare them physically and mentally to compete in the 2023 Pacific Games on their return. The 80 athletics are representatives in 7 of the 24 sports at the upcoming Pacific Games. During the 90 days training in China, the athletes will receive high-level sports training in athletics, boxing, judo, swimming, table tennis, taekwondo, weightlifting, experience Chinese culture, and taste Chinese food. The selection of the 7 sports is strategic because these sports offer Solomon Islands the greatest opportunity to compete for medals. Sydney Portuguese soccer team Fasa Park FC is busy training with just 1 week left until the Women's World Cup kicks off in Australia and New Zealand.
Football, that's pretty much what I've been living for the last, well, my 40 years that I've been around. Backed this club for the last, which is Fraser Park, for the last 40 years. Followed my parents around and watching pretty much every game, first grade match, and now coaching for the last 10 years.
I played here at Fraser Park. I was a teenager from
I think 1997, 98 till I think about 2003. And obviously over the years, the connection of the migrants from Portugal all grew up here as well, played football, and it's always been a massive part, a local community here, the Portuguese community.
For us, it's a big deal, and it'll be good to see the girls play, or the women play in Australia.
More excited than how the men's World Cup here. If they verse the men's, they'd win.
It'll be fantastic anyway to see, everyone coming together because it's one of the biggest sports in the world. World Cup coming to Australia, it will bring a lot of attention to it, especially the world as well, and overseas as well.
It'll be good to see a Portugal-Australia final. Australia's first, but we've got backup in Portugal. Viva Portugal!
And that's it for sports. Over to you, Jasmine.
Thank you, Tracy. And that's it for TVWAN News. Thank you for your company. Bye for now.
Great news! The Digicel TV app now has radio.